Hello and welcome to episode 30 of the Avonlea Chronicles and Knitting Podcast. My name is Martha and I'm here to talk about all things knitting and crafting. Boy, do I have a lot to talk about today. My mailbox got a little bit full with some more happy mail, and I've got some things to show off and a bit of a shop update. So we'll get right into it. I have been knitting a few little side quests with my commissioned projects. So the first thing that I knit, last time I showed a bow that I crocheted with this beautiful pink speckled yarn. I wanted to make something else with the rest of it. This was just a partial skein that I got at a yarn swap. So I decided to make the Pearl Pouch by Tori Yu. It comes in 3 sizes. This is a great stash buster. I've made all 3 sizes. This is the medium size, and it's a totally seamless project. You start knitting the inside band that will eventually create the chamber for the drawstring. Then you knit up. I decided to go with the picot edge, but you can also just do like a straight edge. Then you fold it over and you knit and you create the eyelet holes for the drawstrings. And then you have 2 strings and you put them together, like you put the one string, one end through each of the 2 holes on the one side, tie a knot, and then same on the other side. So when you pull the strings, they come together. And then you pick up stitches to enclose the I-cords, and then you just knit down. And I just happened to have enough yarn that I knit till I didn't have any more. I did the special stitching, and then I think I did 1 round, and then I had to switch to green for the bottom. And this you just make like the crown of a hat, and then you have a little drawstring pouch. And this actually is perfect for holding the 2 cakes of yarn that I'm using for my Wrapped in Love shawls. So that was one little project. The other little project, also using a partial ball of yarn from Yarn Swap, I made the Be My Valentine little heart plushie. I put an I-cord on the top. This is what the pattern looks like. It's on Ravelry, and I put it on a heart carabiner. And I took this to school this week. I was teaching, and we were doing Valentine's Day vocabulary in French. So I brought it out, showed the kids, and then I just left it hanging in the classroom. And I told the kids, don't say anything. This is our little secret, and we'll see if your teacher notices. And later in the day, she was like, thank you, I noticed the little heart. So that was just a fun little project. And then with the remainder of that pink yarn, I knit the Bow Wow bow. Bow Wow. Comes in 3 different sizes. The pattern is on Ravelry, and it's gorgeous. Oh my goodness, so gorgeous. You knit this with a provisional cast on. You knit lengthwise, doing some short rows to create this tapered edge. Then you end up picking up the stitches on the provisional cast on. So you've literally got all the stitches all the way around this long rectangle, and then you do an I-cord bind off. You knit like a little piece to go around, and then you wet block it, you fold it up, you tie it, you make sure you've got these little like pleats in here, And yeah, and then I put a hair bow on it. So this will be my look for Valentine's Day at school on Friday. But I'm so pleased with how this turned out. It's so good. So those were some little side quests that I've been doing. And I think they turned out so good. I have no room here, so I just have to put things on the floor. And then I've been working away on my Wrapped in Love shawl. And I'm almost finished, the first one. So it's almost done. I've taken some notes on my pattern so I can make a Ravelry page and also probably update the pattern at some point with a little note saying, if you're using fingering weight, this is about how much yardage, this is the needle size, this is how many repeats you'll probably get. But it's turning out really nice. I think it will block out to be a nice size. And once I'm done this one, which should be done tonight, I'm going to start on purple. And then after that, blue. And that's what I've been working on because these are commissioned pieces that someone has ordered. And yeah. And my Wrapped in Love shawl is free pattern on Ravelry, Lovecrafts, my website, and it's actually my most popular pattern. It has over 333 downloads on Ravelry, I think over 60 downloads on Lovecrafts, and yeah, it's a really nice pattern to make, really meditative, but also slow. It is not a quick knit at all. So that's really what I've been working on, but I've got some mail. Last time I was here, I was waiting on my Anne of Green Gables character clubs from Peggy May Yarns. And these are the characters that we have so far. We have Anne Shirley, Gilbert, Marilla, Matthew, and Diana. So that's who we have so far. And now we're adding to that. I ordered these, they were like pre-order back in the summer. And then I somehow got a shipping notification before Christmas, and they never came. And then I've been getting a few things on Etsy, so when I would log in, I'd be getting these notifications like, please review, please review. And I was like, well, I didn't even get the items yet. And so then I got a message saying there'd been a bereavement, and so things were coming. And they were waiting on something. And I said, okay, I just got a shipping notification like a month and a half ago and hadn't received anything. So the last 3 in the club or the set is Miss Muriel Stacy. I love purple. And like I've been loving pink at the moment too. Oh my god, like this couldn't be a better colorway. Then Aunt Josephine, Diana Barry's aunt, who in the movie they jump on Aunt Josephine after their Christmas ball when Anne and Diana are having a sleepover. And then the ball band is coming off, so I have to be careful with this one. Rachel Lind. So those are the other 3 to go with all of these. And that's the whole set, I think. Look at, I don't even have enough hands to hold all of it. But there it is. All 8 skeins. And I have 2 different shawl pattern designs And I'm thinking I'm going to use some of this for it. I think it would be perfect for what I have in mind. So that was what I got. And it came with gifts. So there was this tote bag with a map of Avonlea on it. It's got like Green Gables, the Haunted Woods, the Lake of Shining Waters, Diana's house, the schoolhouse, Orchard Slope. So just one cute little tote bag. And then this is the anime Anne from the Japanese Anne of Green Gables anime. Also a little tote bag. Those would be perfect project bags. And then this notebook with my favorite quote of life on it. I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. I had that engraved on a mug. I have it on a Anne of Green Gables sweater that I wear all the time. There's also 235 days until October 1st, if you were wondering. And I'm actually going to use this. I'm rereading the Anne series in English and in French, and I'm taking down like notes of any French questions I have or French words that I'm not sure about. So I've been writing all the words down in one composition book as I'm reading through the series. So when I fill that book, I'm going to use this one next. So that was what I got. I'm so pleased with this, and I have some ideas. I also have a sweater, the Le Puff sweater that I made several years ago with a different Anne of Green Gables club, and you do like a marled effect, and I really like that sweater. So I'm thinking I might do another one. I might do the Le Puff cardigan instead of a pullover, but use some of this, put some of these like in a fade, or some of the ones from the book Yarn Club into a bit of a fade. So that was what I got. I also had to indulge my curiosity. So a little while ago, I saw that there was this new yarn from Bernat, and it's called Bernat Fab. It's like a t-shirt material sewn into a tube. And I picked 3 colors. This is In the Garden. This is Glowing Garden. And this is Garden Party. It's a jumbo yarn size. And there's 200 grams, 37 yards, or 33 meters. I just had to indulge my curiosity. I'm so curious how this knits up, what it's like to work with, how it's like to crochet with. I'm just curious. And we'll do this. I was trying to pull out, oh, here's the end. Okay, so it's like a t-shirt material filled with stuffing. So it's a little cushy. And yeah, I saw it on Instagram and I was like, I'm so curious about this. There was a really beautiful blue color that I've seen, but it wasn't available on the website. I just want to experiment with it. That's what I bought it for. Because it's so different. Like it's t-shirt material filled with stuffing in a tube. It is not wool. It is not twisted. It is not spun. And they say it's good for baskets. There's, a pattern for a crocheted basket on the label. And I've seen a crocheted flower bag charm. So I I will be experimenting with this. Low risk experiment. And really, I was just so curious. How could I not? Because it's so different. And I've never seen anything like it before. So, we'll see what I get up to with this. I just wanted to play around. And there's no harm in that. You have one life. So, make the most of it. And I'm going to experiment with the Bernat Fab. I bought it from the Yarnspirations website, and apparently they're out of Listowel, Ontario, so it did not have to come far, and it's a Canadian company. So we'll see what I get up to. I'm kind of thinking of like a little zippered pouch. Like I have an idea of how I think I want to make one using this. But again, I just got it to play around with. Like you're not going to make a garment with this because you would need so much. It's more for like baskets and little accessories. I don't know. I'll have to see what patterns there are, and I might make up my own. I'm just going to play around because I just want to know what it's like. I'm either going to love it or hate it. And I just thought it was so fun, and I love a floral print. So they're all floral. So that was what I got. And for crocheting the flower, because I do want to try crocheting the flower, I had to get a 12 millimeter crochet hook today from Walmart. It's just cheap. It's $3 or $4. So I will be back with an update as to what I got up to with this and whether I love it or hate it. And if you've used this, let me know what it's like. Do you love it or hate it? Are you curious about it now too? So we'll just see. There's no harm in trying something different. So that was what I got up to with that. That was what came in the mail. I'm still waiting on one more thing. I had seen a local yarn dyer in Ontario had posted that someone that I know that I've used their yarn, and they posted that they made a hand balm, hand salve. They wanted some people to try it. I wasn't even responding to wanting to try it. I just commented on their story and I said, my hands have been so dry this year. I've been trying like all the hand lotion all the time. And they were like, do you want to try it? I'll send you a sample. And I was like, sure. So I'm waiting for that to come. It's got all natural ingredients in it. So probably by the next time that I podcast, I will be able to, give a little review, share what it's like. But yeah, I've been trying everything. I've got like a Burt's Bees hand salve in like a silver tin that my friend gave me, and it's like her favorite product. I've been trying the Burt's Bees almond and milk hand cream. Comes in a little glass jar that I got one day. I was out with my friend and I was like, my hands are still so dry. I'm trying that. I like the Beekman 1802 goat's milk products because I'm not allergic to those. So I like that hand lotion. I've been trying it all. It's just been a cold, dry winter. So I will have a new product to give a little review on next time. And now some business talk, some Avonlea Knits business stuff. Last time I showed my business cards, and I got those because I've been doing the Wrapped in Love shawls are commissioned product or items, and my friend was like, you should have business cards and you should label your work if you are giving it away. So that was my push. I've known I should probably get some business cards. So I whipped up my business cards, asked my friend to look at them, please, edit, look at it. So I got the business cards, and then I was looking at tags. Now, 2 years ago at my local fiber festival, I'd been thinking about leather tags, and I saw a business, Dragon Strings, and they had some leather tags, and the business owner had said they can do custom tags. So they wrote on the back of their business card, custom tags. I came and put it in a spot, and when I was looking for it a few weeks ago, I knew exactly where it was. I pulled it out. I emailed them and said, I've had this business card for 2 years. It says custom leather tags on the back in handwriting. Is that something that you still do? And I'm like, I want the details, cost, time, whatever. So they gave me the details. It's very affordable. There's no minimums. So I sent them my logo. They did some mock-ups. I looked at the mock-ups the one night, thought about them, showed my friend and said, what do you think? She liked the same two that I liked. So I put an order in, and they have arrived. And I saw on one of their Instagram posts, I did read something that the leather is, they're leather tags, and that the leather comes from a sustainably sourced hunt. So it's not, there's nothing bad about how the leather is sourced. It is like ethically and sustainably sourced. So I got 2 different tags. So the first one I got is one that goes landscape, and it says Avonlea Knits, and it has my little picture logo on it. The other one that I got is for like hats or the cuffs of things, and it says Avonlea Knits Knitting, and it's got my logo on it. So this you would fold over. I'm imagining this would be good on a blanket, or I think I want to put this on the edge of my gratitude shawl and my spring buds shawl, because it's made with a bulkier weight yarn, and I just think this would look cute on the edge, both sides. So these are my tags now. They will go on items that are like commissioned pieces or things that I design that I want to tag. Or like I said to my friend, if you want your shawls tagged that I've given you, just let me know, bring me the shawls and I'll tag them. So I literally just got these in the mail on Thursday, so that's why nothing is tagged yet. I am going to put them on all 3 of my Wrapped in Love shawls that are going out. So next time I podcast, I will have finished the first Wrapped in Love shawl. It will be blocked, and I will have one of the tags on so we can actually see. And if my friend gives me her shawls to tag, then I will also be able to like show those off. So I think that is like super cool. And it was something that I had thought about like 2 years ago. And then now that I'm doing these commissioned pieces, this was the push that I needed to order them. And like now that I've ordered them and I like them, I just did a small amount. So if I want to order more, I know that I could just ask and get some more. So that was what I got. It's like more progress on the business side of things. And then I've been working on my website. So I have avonleaknits.ca, where you can find all of my PDF patterns on the tab that says Avonlea General Store Knitting Patterns. But then I also have 2 other pages that are both shops, and they have some items that are merch, apparel, miscellaneous items that are done via print on demand. So you order them, printing business, hub gets the notification, they do the printing, and then they mail it to you. So I have the Avonlea Schoolhouse, which has teacher apparel that is bilingual in English and French. I work in a bilingual school and I'm a teacher as my day job. So I thought I would tap into the teacher market. And then I have the Avonlea Mercantile, where you can get knitting, apparel, and accessories merch. And I do knitting, crochet, spinning, fiber arts. So I have some things to show you like what you could get. I have a hoodie with my logo on it. I have a crew neck that says teach, knit, sleep, repeat. Every time I wear this, I get compliments on it. Like, this is the best shirt for you. This is perfect for you. And I said, oh, you can find it on my website. I have ones that also say eat, knit, sleep, repeat for the non-teachers. Crochet, spin. You can get mugs with my logo on it. I have some other fun graphics coming up this year that I would also put on shirts, mugs. I have tote bags. This was from my previous printing hub that I was using, and I'm assuming it's the same bag style that you can get on the new printing hub. I had to switch printing hubs in the summer because the one that I was previously using, Printify, used everything in American dollars, and that was proving a challenge for me to mark up my stuff and then get paid with the exchange rate. Was not making me any money. So I switched to the printing hub Gelato, where I could switch the currency to Canadian, work in Canadian dollars, get paid in Canadian dollars, and actually see what kind of profit I'll make. So most of the clothing is the same. It's like the options for clothing are the same. Both sweaters are Gildan, which is like a very well-known brand for hoodies, crew necks, sweatpants, t-shirts. But other things like the bags, my other canvas bags that I've loved so much. I bought a bunch before I switched printing providers just because those canvas bags were so good. So I'm sad to lose like the good canvas bags, but the benefits of everything else being in Canadian dollars is why I switched. And then I made a calendar. I was a little bit worried about this because when I popped in photos from my photo shoot, the dots per inch said that it wouldn't be good for printing, but it actually turned out not bad. So I've got my own photos in here and then some from the photo shoot. It's got the month and the year. I did a Monday start, but in the next few days I will also pop in a Sunday start. I use a Monday start because I like my weekends to be all together. And this one I thought I had unchecked it, but it very faintly shows the weeks of the year on it. But I've kind of went thematically. My L'amour c'est tout, love is everything shawl for February. My wildflower shawl for March. This is the Primachenko shawl for April. I went for showing off the beautiful detail of the stitching. April is my Wrapped in Love shawl, and really the printing did not turn out too bad. It's not as grainy as I thought it would be, and if you look really closely, the background looks a little bit like a painting. May, oh, that was May. I've skipped a month somewhere in here. Or not. June, my lilac shawl. July, my Rilla shawl. August is the sunflower shawl. September is another photo from my photo shoot. I love this of like all the shawls in the basket. October, this one's a little dark. Actually turns out much better on camera than it does in person. But this is my Spring Buds shawl. I love the detail shot of this photo. October, we've got my Lover's Lane shawl. Also, this one was a little bit dark, but again, not too bad for the fact that I got a warning about printing. And then December is, I feel like I missed a month in there, but I've gone through all the pages. It's me trying to talk and say the months at the same time. Is my Advent shawl. So that is the whole year. There are no holidays in here. I don't even know if that was an option. I'm wondering if they don't print with holidays just because they're not sure where it's going. But that is my calendar. I'm so excited to hang it up. I think it turned out really great. The funniest thing was I've had a really good shipping experience with all of the things that I've ordered so far. This was set to arrive on January 28th. I was watching it. It was like, I don't know, I want to say about a week. It was printed in British Columbia and was coming to Ontario. So it tracked a day or two before the 28th in Etobicoke. And I thought, oh, it's like 2 hours away. Maybe it'll be here early. I woke up the morning of the 28th and I checked the tracking. And it was in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. It got rerouted from Ontario to Prince Edward Island. And the funniest, I texted my friend and I was like, I said, my calendars are in PEI. They're in Charlottetown. And she said, that's hilarious. And I said, well, if I knew that Pure Later was giving free trips to PEI, I would have gone. Because it's my dream travel destination. Everything Anne of Green Gables. I want to go to PEI so bad. So it took another week for them to come back from PEI. But, I mean, you can't help a shipping mistake. Everything that I've got has arrived. And usually in a timely manner. This was just, I don't know, a mistake somewhere. But they arrived and I think they turned out so good. I'm so happy with them. And yeah, I think it was a great way to like showcase my shawls. If you have any suggestions, I had thought about putting, I had at one point thought about putting like a text box with the name of the shawl, like the name of the shawl, maybe a QR code to the shawl pattern on my website. What do you think? Do you like it without, I would love your feedback in the comments. Do you like it without any information on the shawls? I can always go back in and edit it and republish it, and I'm going to make one with a Sunday start. But for now, this will be the 2026 calendar. And as the year goes on, I will work on a 2027 calendar for next year. And I know it's like a little bit late to be getting a calendar, but I had technical difficulties with my website and had to delete my website and republish everything because there was a connection problem. So while I had originally had this ready by the end of December, I just the other week reconnected my site and republished everything. So that is why it is now available in February, but it is still early in the year. We've just hit February. Only 1 month of the year has gone by. So there's still lots of time to enjoy a calendar. So that's what I've been working on. I feel like I've been making a lot of progress in my business lately, partly because I've had the push from my friend who commissioned me to make some shawls, to like get tags, get business cards. I knew I wanted to make a calendar. So I'm working really hard on things. I've had some new design ideas come through, and so as soon as I'm done these Wrapped in Love shawls, I will be working on some new designs, and I just can't wait. I cannot wait. I love to do this in my time when I'm not teaching, and yeah, thank you for being here. Subscribe. I try and podcast every 2 weeks. I know I just skipped a week, but I was waiting on my mail and I had not made much progress on my Wrapped in Love shawl. So I try and be here every 2 weeks. Sometimes I skip a week or two just based on what I've been working on, or if I'm expecting something in the mail that I want to podcast about. But yeah, thank you for being here. And you can go check out my website, subscribe. If you have any ideas of fun things that you would like to see on t-shirts that are fiber arts related, let me know. I have some fun ones coming out this year, and I've decided on a little schedule for dropping new graphics on shirts, bags, mugs, whatever. Those are going to be very small drops for myself. I do like to make the graphics, but they're not as, it's not as prominent a creative outlet for me as designing. But I do love having some fun with it, putting it on some items. But I also want to be very sustainable about it. Like, if I dropped 8 new graphics, you wouldn't buy 8 different items, one with each of those graphics on it. So my drops are going to be very small, probably 4 or 5 graphics, and I'm going to do every other month, but alternating between Avonlea Knits and Avonlea Schoolhouse. So I just dropped some new graphics in January when I redid my shop for Avonlea Knits. March will be Avonlea Schoolhouse, so some teacher graphics. April, May will be some new graphics for Avonlea Knits. July will be Avonlea Schoolhouse, and so forth. So that's what's coming up. That's what's going on, and a little bit of a behind the scenes look at what I've been doing. And yeah, I have so much to put away now, and a shawl to go finish. But thank you for being here, and I will see you in 2 weeks, hopefully with an updated shawl. I will have finished one. I will have tagged some shawls with my leather tags so we can see what those look like. It's hard to tell. My friend and I were looking at the shawl the other day and trying to decide what type of a tag to put on the Wrapped in Love shawls, whether it's better to put a folded tag or the straight rectangular ones. So once I block it and the stitches have all relaxed, I will have a better idea of what that looks like. But I'm super excited to see how it turns out. So see you in a couple weeks, and have a good time crafting and knitting.